Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, or whatever time it is that you guys are watching this video. But I'm excited because in today's video, we're going to be reviewing the new Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette. Now, this was actually gifted to me in PR, but I'm so excited because literally the first brand I ever reviewed on my channel was Dominique Cosmetics. So it's still such a full circle moment. So you guys want to see what this palette's all about, what type of look I create, and is it worth it? Well, then definitely keep watching. Alrighty guys, so last week I did my PR unboxing, and in that unboxing I showed you guys the new Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette. It is still just like so surreal that they send this over. Like I said, the first makeup product I ever reviewed on my channel was the Dominique Cosmetics. It was the Latte palette. So still like such a full circle moment for me when the brand reached out asking they could add me to the PR list, because I'm just like, wait, what? Like, it's still so surreal. So here we have the Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette. Now, before I show you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys what this is all about. First off, campaign images, on point, beautiful. So this palette actually retails for $49. It is available right now on Dominique Cosmetics website. You guys can use code Allie, which will save you guys 10% off your order. And it says she has arrived. The Dominique Essential Palette will make you blush, bronze you up, and bring an alluring sparkle to your eyes. This tin well mauve neutral multi-purpose palette has sparkling shimmer textures to match our buttery smooth mattes. It carries a mix of warm and deep mauve neutral tones, a variety to go with anyone's style. Keep it soft and polished for the day and add a little drama at night. Regardless of what you're looking for, this palette will take you from day to night with ease. And I almost read that flawlessly. So here we have the Essential Palette. First off, I really do love the packaging. I love that she's using like this type of texture for her palette. Like she did the same thing with her In the Moment palette. Like I really do love like kind of like the hard feel. That was very rude, Alexa. She did like a hard, she does like a hard feel right here. I don't know, for some reason I don't like it. It makes the palette feel kind of more sturdy and more secure. So it feels like if I drop it, my shadows are not going to like break inside because of how sturdy the palette feels. I really do enjoy that. Okay, so here we have the Essential Palette right here. Now the very top row, we do have all the shimmers followed by all the mattes at the bottom. Now I will say you guys can definitely see the neutral tones in this palette. Now this is classified as like warm and deep mauve neutral tones. I don't necessarily see the warmth in it too much. I see more cool tone than I do warm tone, and there's nothing wrong with that. I think cool tone is actually perfect for like the winter season, honestly. But I still think it's a really beautiful palette. Now you guys know this is typically a color scheme I don't necessarily always go for. I'm very much into colors, but I've really been enjoying neutral looks. I've really been enjoying neutral palettes lately, and typically I go towards a more warm tone neutral palette, and I feel like this is definitely more cool tone. But we're definitely going to be playing around with this, see what type of looks I create, because I really do love Dominique Cosmetics shimmer formula. It's truly incredible, and her mattes have a lot of pigmentation to that. And I think what's really cool about these ones right here is I feel like these are definitely more transition shades, and you can definitely utilize these to probably put all over the lid and put the sparkle topper on top, or you guys can kind of mix and match it with her other palettes or just other palettes in general. So let me go ahead and swatch this for you guys, and then we're gonna go ahead and dive right into a look. Okay, so here's the first row. This is all the shimmers. We have Grateful, Pretty Kind, Kalinda, Affirmation, and Confident right here. Now I'm not gonna lie, these definitely have beautiful pigmentation to them, but for some reason the shimmers don't feel as creamy and buttery as I'm used to. Maybe I'm used to like the latte formula where the shimmers just felt so smooth and buttery and just glided on the finger, got it on the eye, and these ones definitely feel more hard pan. I feel like I had to dig into them just a little bit more to swatch the colors right here. They're not soft like I'm used to and that I enjoy, but if they perform, then that's gonna be okay with me. I'm just kind of used to more of a different texture in terms of like her shimmers. These ones just feel a little harder than what I'm used to. So now I'm gonna go ahead and swatch the mattes. Okay, so here are the matte rows. The first shade we have is Mi Amo, Compassion, Positivity, True Self, and Fearless. And I have to say, these actually feel incredibly soft. They swatched really beautifully. They definitely have a lot of pigmentation to them, and I'm actually really excited to use the mattes. So let me get you guys zoomed on in, and we're gonna create a look using the Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette. Okay, so like I said, if you guys hear like loud noise in the background, that's just painters. It's been annoying having them here. Okay, so we're gonna go into this palette. We're gonna do something kind of very simple, easy, like everyday makeup look. We're gonna go into this shade right here, Mi Amo right here, and we're gonna kind of just do a very soft, easy eye look. Last week, guys, I forgot to tell you this story because, like, to me, it's still, like, so cool and, like, so weird that this happens. But last week, me and Corey went to this place called Southern Hill Farms, and they have it here in Florida. And it's, like, a legitimate, real-ass farm. And it was their fall festival, so they were having, like, pumpkins. You can go buy pumpkins. You could do, like, hay rides, but not really hay rides, they're tractor rides. There's like a little carnival set up. There's tons of local food and beer and wine and stuff like that for you guys to drink and just support like local farms. And you could go sunflower picking, which I ended up going sunflower picking because I really wanted to. So you could do sunflower picking, and then like next month next month it's like blueberries, or no, next month I think it's strawberries, and then there's like peaches and blueberries. I don't know, it's one of the two. Like you can actually go there all the time and pick out stuff, right? So me and Corey went because we have never been to this place, but we'd actually looked at that venue to get married at, surprisingly enough, but I didn't like how their venue was set up, and I just was like, nah, this isn't going to be for me. I didn't like what they were offering versus what they were charging. So we went there and we were sunflower picking. Like the freaking sky opened up and like freaking downpoured on us, right? But you know, we were champs. We were taking it like in stride because you know it's Florida. We're used to that shit. Well, while we were sitting there waiting for this guy to, when we got done sunflower picking, we went and sat on a bench for a minute because we were waiting to see if one of our friends who was there was going to catch up to us. Otherwise, we were going to head out. And while I was waiting there was this girl that I saw. I saw her in this gift shop and whatnot. And then I saw this girl in the gift shop and whatnot. And then I was like, oh, she's really pretty. But later on, while I was sitting on the bench, she actually approached me. She's like, are you Allie Dawson? And I'm like, how do you know my name? Yes. And she's like, hi, I'm one of your subscribers. And I was like, oh my God, hi. And I was like, what's your name? She told me her name was Jamie. And that she had actually saw me on TikTok the day before because Paige went live on TikTok to pack all of her Rosie Abode orders. And she saw me on there. And she just wanted to stop and say hi. She said she was so nervous to meet me. And she was the absolute sweetest. She said that she was hoping she was going to run into me again because she said she saw me at the gift shop. And she wasn't sure if she should approach me, but then she decided to. And I was just like, oh my God, she was the absolute sweetest. Definitely like took me by surprise because I look like this, right? But I was like also soaking wet because we had just gotten rained on. But she was the absolute sweetest. I shook her hand and she was like, hope you have a great day. I was like, yeah, you too. So I told you guys that story to say if you guys ever see me in public, because I know one of you guys let me know like 2 months ago, I think, when I was at Epcot, you guys saw me at Epcot, but that you didn't want to come and say hi. You're too nervous. Don't be nervous. I'd be so excited to see you. Just know that at first when you approach me, I'm going to be like, how do you know my name? Like, how do you know my name? Because I don't think of myself as a content creator. I don't think of myself as on YouTube. Like, I don't think like that. Like, I think I'll always think of myself as a Disney server. I don't know if I'll ever get out of that mindset. Some people know my name. I'm like, wait, how do you know my name? I'm not wearing my name tag. You know what I mean? But it's the coolest thing. So if you guys ever see me, please come say hi because it literally makes my entire day. And then when you walk away, I look at Corey and go, did I smile? How was I? What did I say? Because I black out because I get so like, I get so anxious to meet you guys, but like in a really good way too. So don't ever be afraid. This shade laid down really beautifully, by the way. It definitely has a little bit of kick up, not too bad. We're going to go into the shade Positivity. I'm going to lightly take it on my brush, but like tap it out. And I'm just going to kind of buff the edges just to make it look a little bit more blended. I usually do this step with setting powder, but if a brand has a shade that's just like my setting powder, I will actually use that instead. And this just kind of makes the edges look a little more soft and blurred. So now I'm going to go into the shade called Grateful. It's this really beautiful shade right here. I wonder how it's going to lay down. I wonder if I should lay down glitter glue or is it going to lay down really nicely? She's laying down very softly. Super pretty, but you could definitely tell that she is a very, very soft shimmer. I bet you if I laid down some glitter glue with her, she'd probably have a lot more sparkle to her. All right, let me try just a little bit of glitter glue. See if that makes this pop just a tad bit more. Yeah, she definitely is popping a bit more with that glitter glue on there. So I'm going to take some more glitter glue. We're going to pop that in the inner corner area. Like so. Pop. Oh, that is not glitter glue. That was not glitter glue. Oh no, that was my P. Louise base. Oh no. Wrong one. I was like, wait, this has too much color. Okay, now that's laid down. We're gonna go into the shade called Pretty Kind. It's this really beautiful shade right here. Now this one's definitely a little bit more softer than that first shade was. So I'm just gonna take it. Oh yeah, look at that. All right, see, that to me is really, really pretty. That shade was very gorgeous, very easy to apply. That one felt a lot softer to dig my finger into than the shade Grateful. The Grateful shade felt just pretty hard pan. Does not feel soft at all. I wish it did, but it's still laying down really nicely. It's still really pigmented. You guys can definitely see that pigment there. I definitely would recommend when using that particular shade, use a little bit of glitter glue because I feel like that will help to enhance it just a tad bit more. So I'm going to quickly do the other eye off camera. We're going to come back to do the lower lashes together. We're going to come back to do the lower... I'm going to go do the other eye off camera. We're going to come back to finish off this eye look. So... I'll be right back, guys. Okay, so now that the face is on, we're gonna go back in this palette one more time. We're gonna go back into that shade again, Mi Amo right here. This is a gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous shade. I'm really obsessed with this. I think this eye look is absolutely beautiful. This is the type of eye look that I would usually wear every single day because it's just so effortless and it looks so beautiful at the same time. And I think it can complement so many people out there. So I'm just gonna lightly just kind of buff this shade right underneath. Like I said, very, very lightly. I'm not trying to do anything too dramatic because I know that you can wear this as an everyday palette, or you could actually like spice it up to turn it in from a day palette to like a nighttime glam palette. But we're gonna go for more of like an everyday glam look more than dramatic eye look because I just feel like this would be just so pretty to wear every day. Alright guys, so to finish off this eye look, we're going to go into the Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is the Loose Beaming Highlight in the shade Extra. We're going to use this as the inner corner highlight and the brow bone highlight today. I just feel like this white shade just will make this eye look pop just a little bit more, so I'm going very, very lightly. Just lay this right here. I feel like this is what this palette's missing, is like a shade like this. Oh, that would have been so pretty if it had a shade like this. Ta-da! Alright guys, let me go ahead and finish my lips and rest of the face off the camera. I'll be right back. Alright guys, well this is the final look. So what are my thoughts on this? Honestly, I think this look is absolutely beautiful. Honestly, I think this look is absolutely beautiful. I think this type of look that you can wear dressed up, dressed down. You guys can wear this during the day. You guys can wear this at night. I think it's a very versatile look that so many of you guys can recreate. It's definitely so easy to do. It was very effortless to achieve this look. And I really love how I feel wearing this look. I feel so beautiful. I feel like I can just conquer the world in this look. I really do. I really love how I am looking, and I really love how this eye look came together, and I really love how it makes me feel. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Here we have the Dominique Cosmetics Essential Palette, and this retails for $49. You guys can use code Allie, which will save you guys 10% off at Dominique Cosmetics. You guys are going to have 5 shimmers and 5 mattes, and I have to say the mattes are super pigmented. Now granted, I only played with the shade Mi Amo and the shade Fearless. I used this to line my upper lid today, even though my lash is definitely on its last leg on this one because you can see the lash glue, but it is what it is. But I used this today to line my upper lid and I thought it looked really beautiful. It definitely was very easy to buff out, but this shade Mi Amo is just that gorgeous like mauve-y pink. It is so pretty. It actually kind of matches what I'm wearing right now on my actually kind of matches my outfit. It's a very pretty shadow. It blended out very beautiful. It had definitely some pigmentation. It blended out very beautifully. It definitely had some kick up in the pan. Didn't have too much fallout, but the way it laid down was so gorgeous. It buffed out beautifully, which I really do love. I loved how nice that worked. So that tells me that the rest is going to work out really beautifully. The shade Positively, I did use that to kind of buff out the edges right here. Again, very, very gorgeous. I think this would be one of those shades I would use to kind of just buff out other shades personally, but I think it's really beautiful nonetheless. I didn't play these 2 brown shades, but I could definitely see how they will complement these shimmers right up here. Now the shade Pretty Kind was so pretty, and I think this one is the most pigmented shade out of this entire palette. It definitely did not need glitter glue, but I think by adding glitter glue, it definitely added the extra oomph to the eye, extra shine. But the shade Grateful, I did have a little bit of trouble with, in the sense that it's beautiful, it laid down nicely, but didn't have the extra pop that I'm looking for. But putting glitter glue down definitely gave what I'm looking for. I just felt that her shimmers in this palette was just a little bit different from previous shimmers. The other shimmers, I don't know, because they had pearls in them, were so creamy and buttery and they just glided on the lid. These one feel pretty hard pan. I feel like I kind of have to really dig into them to get them to show, kind of feel like I had to dig into them to get them to perform. But at the same time, I didn't need to, because like even though this one right here is not soft at all, like it's not, it still is laying down nicely. Like, you guys can definitely see that pigment right there. It lays down really nicely. I think it's just one of those shades that I have to realize that it's not meant to be like a bright, bold in your face shade. It's meant to be just very subtle, very complementary to all the other mattes on this palette, and very beautiful with a subtle shift. I feel like that's the shade that it's meant to be, not this extra pop in your face, which is typically what I'm used to. So while her shimmer formula in this palette is definitely not my favorite, because it's not, I don't like how hard it feels, they work really nicely, and I have to give them that. They work really, really nicely. So overall, I think it's a really beautiful palette. I think Kristen created a really beautiful, neutral, everyday, like holiday palette, because I could definitely see myself using this time and time again during the holidays, and not just during the holidays, like honestly, like every single day. It's a really beautiful, soft, neutral palette. Definitely more on the cool tone to me than warm tone, but I think it's really beautiful, and I can see why it's marketed as essential, because I could see this being a staple in so many people's collections. So Dominique Cosmetics, thank you guys so much for gifting this to me in PR. I really do enjoy this palette. I think it's really beautiful, and I feel like this would be an everyday neutral palette, one that I will go back to time and time again. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, please make sure you guys give this video a cheeky thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys have not already, because I do post 4 to 5 videos every single week. Make sure you guys head over to my other channels, R for Life, where you guys get to see my cool, wonderful adventures, my amazing husband, Corey. And as always, the biggest thank you goes to all these beautiful, wonderful paid members you guys see right here. Thank you guys so much for everything. And to my subscribers and viewers, thank you guys so much for being here. Whether you guys like this video, you guys thumbs down this video, you guys subscribed, you guys did not subscribe, either way, thank you guys for being here. I love and appreciate each and every single one of you. So with that said, guys, I love you, and I'll see you guys in my very next video. Bye. Excuse me. Like I said, the first video I ever reviewed, the first palette I reviewed on my channel was a Dominique Cosmetics video, or Dominique full moment. Like, it's still such a full circle moment when the brand, you know, sent me this. It's still such a, this is typically not my go-to palette. You guys know that I've definitely been getting into neutrals a lot, and this is typically